We've been looking at the remodel decisions on this conversion from an industrial/commercial building to a residence. The goal on the outside was to make it look like anything but what it was before, and I'd say they very much succeeded. But the treatment of the interior was in some ways exactly the opposite of the philosophy on the outside. Inside, the goal was to retain some unique features of the structure, but still have a comfortable residence. This is the entrance room, and it retains one of the original features of the commercial storefront that was at this location, which is a stamped metal ceiling. Another neat thing that they retained, rather than trying to work around or get rid of, was the pitch of the ceiling. If you'll notice here, they have this stepped facade, which is indicative of a slightly sloping industrial roof that sheds the rainfall. Well, inside we can see that gentle slope in several of the rooms, not all. Here's a shot of the kitchen. After a few minutes in the kitchen, you become aware that something's going on with the ceiling line, because, for example, these top heights of these two cabinets are the same, and you can clearly see that the distance to the crown is not the same. At first it strikes you as just something being out of whack, but then when you look around the room you realize that that slope of the ceiling is intentional, and it's kind of nice. It's really cool. Now here's two more post-industrial features. This is a guest bath, and this externally mounted door just slides away, kind of like an industrial garage door. Here we're looking at one jamb of a large cased opening, and it's about 14 inches across, because inside of it is an interior block wall. Kind of makes you feel like you're in a castle or something. Now here's a great idea. What you think you're looking at here is just a baseboard mounted up against their stuccoed interior wall. But if you look closer, you see that actually the middle of the baseboard is also masonry. And what's going on here is there was a transition in the block size right here. And so the lower blocks were wider, and then as the building extended upwards, they went to narrower blocks at some point because they didn't need to have as much strength and size. Well, the owner here decided that instead of trying to hide all this by furring out the wall or whatever methods you might try to use to make the wall look just like a wall in a new home, he decided to work with it. So he simply put beauty mold above this bump out and some quarter round at the bottom, which creates the impression of one very large piece of base. And so on the internal walls, he did actually use wood to mimic that combination that's going on the external walls. So I would say the interior of their home definitely accomplishes the goal of retaining enough of the original elements to make it special.